Welcome back to the Boys on Gold, and today we'll be covering a bit of recent Wolves news over the past day or so. Brentford was yesterday, wasn't a great game, I won't lie, but we did have the night before the Brentford game the news. Lance has already reported on it on a video if you want to go check that out. He goes on to it a bit more, talks a bit about it a bit more. But Jeff SHI did step down as executive chairman at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yeah, that's great news. That's what everyone wanted to see. That's what everyone wanted to happen. And it's happened. It's what all the protests have been going on about. And like I said, it's here. It's happened. He has been replaced by a name, bit ironic, must say, by Nathan SHI. Nathan SHI, same last name, bit ironic, like I said. But hopefully he can change things up and make things a bit better than they were. But at the same time, once again, it's not focusing out. So we're going to still protest probably, I'm assuming so, because it's not solving the problem completely. It's just easing things a bit out and kind of just prolonging the time of Fosun's stay at the club, because I've said multiple times, I do think they'll be here till we go back up in the Premier League, because I mean, unless we stay up this year, they'll stay next year. If we go down, which is more than likely going to happen, then I do think they will sell when we come back up. So I do think they'll be here for quite a long time. Like Jeff said in his interview with the BBC the other week, saying he's going to be here for 5 years or something, probably longer. Maybe he's not going to be here, but I do think Fosun will be here for that time, which really won't surprise me. Like I said, it really depends on how long we stay in the Championship, if we even ever come back up, which is, I mean, you never know. Could happen. Yeah, I mean, I've already said, Lance has put out a video about Jeff SHI on his departure and everything, so if you go check that out, it's on our channel. Yeah, go check that out, because good video. On the next bit of news, Aston Villa are in for the race of David MOLLER. David MOLLER has been picking up a few decent performances recently. Fair enough, he's been spotted by a top club, but it's Villa. It's one of our rivals, so it'll be quite frustrating to see such a player of quality go to a rival team, because realistically, he's definitely one of our best players at the moment, so it would be a shame to see someone like him leave for a rival. But at the same time, though, someone like him does deserve better. I mean, when he first joined, he looked terrible. And he's like looking to be like one of our worst players. Like when he played, it might have been Celta Vigo for his first game, he looked dreadful. I really didn't want to see the face of him again, but he's been implemented into the squad since Rob Edwards has came in, and he's been looking pretty decent. So I'm not going to give him stick, because I do think he's a quality player. And I saw a few people giving him stick against the game against Brentford. Apparently he played terrible, but in my personal opinion, I think he played great, just as usual. David MOLLER has been interested, along with Brighton, the other club was mentioned. Aston Villa and Brighton are in a race to try and sign David MOLLER. I'm not sure when, it hasn't really come out what window, because I think Brighton were after him if we was to get relegated this year. But I think with Aston Villa possibly on for a title race, I do think they might try and reinforce and try and purchase a few better quality players in the January window coming up. So we'll have to see what happens. And also, after tonight, well, last night's game against Brentford, STRAND LARSEN has had a few interests from West Ham, which is quite interesting to say, considering what STRAND LARSEN has been really poor recently. And also, I mean, like I was going to say, a penalty last night against Brentford was absolutely dreadful. Like you can't even really defend him. Like, all he does is walk around the pitch sulking and whinging when he gets subbed off. But STRAND LARSEN really has been underperforming this year after, I mean, last year he played great. He bagged, was it 14 goals in his first Premier League season? He was unbelievable. He genuinely, like, everybody loved him. And like this year, Larsen's crying about people cheering him when he's come off the field, but then just do better. Just do better. We've talked about this many times on lives, on videos. He's just lazy. He's just really lazy. He just doesn't try. So if you are going to be lazy and not do anything like that, then it's your own fault. It is your own fault. So you've only got yourself to blame. But yeah, STRAND LARSEN is interested by West Ham. Would I like to see him go there? No. It's another Premier League team who are like competing with us for relegation. I mean, obviously we're miles below them, but they're still down there with us. But yeah, I don't know. I do like Larsen as a person, especially even as a player last year. I did absolutely love him. It's just the fact he's been absolutely dreadful this year. I think he bagged 2 goals in the cup, and he must have bagged no more than 2 goals in the league either this year. So it showed he had 14 last year, and we're basically halfway through the season. He's only bagged 2 league goals, and it is pretty embarrassing to say the least. So we had that offer from Newcastle in the summer. Realistically, we're never going to get that much money from him again. So some Wolves fans want to hate and say, "Oh, why didn't we get rid of him they're somehow, because we had a big money offer for him. Realistically, in the summer, we needed him. He was going to be one of the players that did save us this season. I mean, clearly he hasn't, but going into the season, it's what he was looking like. Realistically, we needed to keep on to Strand LARSEN. But looking back at it now, I do wish we did get rid of him, but at the time, it wasn't the best option. So take that as you will, Wolves fans. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, what you think about this news, and subscribe if you're new. Trying to get to 500 soon. So if you can help us reach that goal, then we much appreciated. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Boom.